He's a beauty. He's a dark check. The only dark check like I got out of this. He's almost a velvet. Come on, buddy. Gonna pose for the camera a little bit. A nice pigeon. I really think you'll like him, Wayne. It looks right now like his 10th flight's just starting to come in. This one's probably my favorite that I've raised. He's got an orange eye. Once again, it's full brother to your hen. The nest mate to this one, to this blue bar right here, is the one that's in the auction at Rock Falls. This one's got a couple white flights. The one in the auction doesn't. And like I said, this is my '07 Van Osh import. I call him Papillon. My '05 import. Call him Buck 72. This is Checkmate. This is another one I'm keeping. And these are just young birds. He's going to be a good widowhood cock, I would say. They really got a good widowhood personality. Okay, we're going over to my next 6x8 tin, which is where my Van Osh hens are at. Okay, this is your hen. Blue checker white flight with the orange eye. She's got great conformation, a great body. You're going to like her. This is a hen that I'm going to be keeping. This is full sister to your cock that I'm keeping. This is my '05 import hen, which bred a winner. It's a shame I didn't get to test them this year because I moved, so they've really only been checked 1 year. That's my '05 hen. Pocket change is what I call her. Her number's 095. Her last 3 numbers are 095. This is my '06 import hen, and this is full sister to Buck 72, which is my '05 cock. So I got a full brother sister of imports. One's in '05, one's in '06. This is a daughter out of my '05 cock, paired to a Van Osh hen that a friend of mine bought at the '05 auction. So I've got 3 or 4 different directions with these, all with the 43 though. But these are pretty small compartments, 6x8, which with me only keeping 8 pair of breeders it worked perfect, but now I got 12. But it doesn't matter as much if I'm not racing, I guess. This was an individual cage. It's pretty big, that I'd used before for individual pairing. Now when I breed my Van Oshes, when I put them together in the fall, one pair will have this whole 6x8 section, and another pair will have this 6x8 section. So they get plenty of room. That's your cock there on the end. Not sure what I did there. I'm not the best of a cameraman. Those are nestmate brothers right there. Isn't that nice? And they fight like brothers. This one, when he bites you, he pinches on your finger. He bites you like, I don't know, different than the other pigeon that's bit me. He don't just peck at you. Get your wing. This one's my favorite, this blue bar right here. Big 10. Sometimes he'll attack me as soon as I come in the loft wanting to fight and play. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. This camera in his mug kind of makes him uncomfortable. My arms aren't long enough, Wayne. I'll show you a couple of the other ones I got other than the Van Osh. Mostly I have DeVrents with a few different things sprinkled in. This real smoky hen right here. That's DeVrent. That blue checker right there, that's that Verona hen that was paired to my Van Osh cock. That's her right there. Yep. Anyway, that produced a one loft winner. This is DeVrent stuff. That bird's bred out of 2 AU Elite Champions. I have the cock, and a friend of mine has the AU Elite Champion hen. That's a this year's pigeon. That is I had a direct son of Mr. Magoo, which is a Campbell Strange DeVrent. I've since sold him, and that's a daughter. She's an 05. I never got a chance to try her, but she's going to be one of them I'm selling too. See, I got the same system over here for trapping, trap in, trap out. That silver right there, that's some of my DeVrent stuff. That bird I'm mailing out November 14th to California to go to the City of Hope auction. That is a cock. That family that I've got, I get a lot of silver cocks that are double factor red in color. In other words, they don't have any black flecking in them, and boy, they turn out beautiful. That's another DeVrent out of my direct son of Mr. Magoo. It's an 05 again, paired to a Gene Harrell DeVrent, and that's one I'm going to be selling. This is Campbell Strange DeVrent. Those are Nestmate brothers right there. The dark checker on the left I'm not going to keep. The silver I am going to keep. Nestmate brothers. This is DJ. He's a 97 pigeon. Father, grandfather, and great-grandfather to some really good pigeons. He's really showing his age. He still fills every egg and feeds every baby. He's a dandy. He's been a great pigeon. This is of the Turnier line. A good buddy of mine flies some Turnier grizzles. I got one from him, and this bird raised is a father to an AU champion. And the hen is on the other side that he was paired to. This is Michael. It's another DeVrent. He is an AU Elite Champion. I flew him for 4 years. He won all 4 years and ended up becoming an AU Elite Champion. He was on my race team when I moved. And he's of the double factor red too. That is, just looking at a pigeon, the most beautiful pigeon I've ever owned. He's kind of funky in the moat right now, but he is a dandy. His name is Michael. This is a DeVrent red checker. That's a 2-time 500-mile combine winner, 600-mile day bird, and he was, I think, 53rd versus 3,500 pigeons in the Midwest Classic. For me, I flew him, well, he's an 03 too, I believe. So I flew him a lot, and he did great.